11 at 6.
Well, good evening, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed the stormy day that we have had, because we're going to be seeing a lot more storms for the rest of the night tonight into the rest of our weekend as well, and leading into Monday. So we got a stormy next couple days ahead of us, but right now you can see there's a little bit of a break in Decatur, 78 degrees. The good thing about this rain, it has cooled us off quite a lot. Now our temperatures are sitting in the mid to upper 70s, and whenever we were dealing with the 90s earlier. So we can all thank the rain that it has cooled us off just a little bit, but you're seeing that the rain will be sticking around for a little bit longer. Here's the storm system that we're watching. It's dipping into Arkansas, and that frontal boundary has been pushing a lot of the moisture into Mississippi. Now there are some storms that on the back end of that into Texas that are causing a little bit of a ruckus out there, but we are watching for our area to see a couple storms as they are pushing into our area. They just passed I-55, so they'll be here in just over the next hour or so, so be very cautious of that. So let's take a look at some of the storms that we are watching. There's this one in Forest crossing over the I-20 corridor, and on that back end of that you can see that little bit of a hail core there. So some of these storms do have a strong hail core and winds of up to 80 miles an hour, so that's what we're watching for. The ones that are severe thunderstorm tagged aren't necessarily having that tornado threat, but there is very strong winds attached with some of these storms. So be very cautious, and especially with this storm just to the north of Heidelberg, it's producing a lot of lightning along I-59 and Highway 11. So be very cautious as you are going and driving out in any of these areas, or even just walking around outside. Please do not take any pictures of these storms. Just be very cautious, stay indoors, and remember that these storms are going to be making their way across much of the area over the next couple hours. So let's talk about what you're going to be expecting over the next couple hours into tomorrow as well, because we don't just have a severe threat today, but it will continue into tomorrow and into Monday as well. So the forecast system here is showing that it's actually breaking up a lot. However, we're not necessarily expecting it to. We're going to expect it to stay together just a little bit more. So don't just imagine that there's going to be that frontal boundary that will push through. However, by 11 p.m. tonight, we are going to be seeing it on out the door. Pretty much some of us into our western Alabama counties will be seeing a couple straight isolated showers and thunderstorms, but most of us should be in the clear by 11 o'clock tonight. So be very cautious going out over the next couple hours, as these storms will be at high intensity over the next little bit of a while. So, but by tomorrow morning, it does start to clear up a little bit. We might have a stray shower as we go on throughout the day. It'll start to be a little bit clear. You won't have to worry about too much rain. Temperatures back into the low 90s. Be feeling like summer again. However, things start to heat up again by the afternoon and evening hours. We do have a very small threat for some severe storms, so be very cautious of that as well. So I want to show you exactly what we're looking at for today. We're in that marginal risk zones, but the storms are starting to push into our area, so be very cautious about that. Tomorrow we're going to stay in that marginal risk, as most of the storms will stay off to our north. Now all the tropics are quiet for now, but with it being summer, we do have to keep watching that, so be very, very cautious. And then here's a look at what we saw today. High 92, low of 67, a little bit above average, but those temperatures are staying warm, and they will stay warm over the next 7 days. A lot of us staying in the low 90s, upper 80s, with the main